Welcome to an episode of Drunken Zombie Talk. I am Rabbit. This is
Don't Ghost. I'm back.
And as always,
DJ Chocolate Thunder.
Always doing it big. We're just coming back to you for episode number 4, and we hope you guys are liking us and checking us out on YouTube and on Facebook. We really want you to be more interactive and with comments like I'm about to get into later on about the poll. And we just appreciate you guys checking us out, and please subscribe. Please like us on Facebook, and just check us out every week. And we're actually got a couple of little. Well, we did some stupid stuff tonight. Well, I don't know. You'll see it here in a minute. Beep.
Hey, sir. Are you okay, sir? Sir, are you okay?
Okay. And okay, well, I guess we're gonna throw it over here to DJ for the drink of the week.
I'm just gonna jump right into it, baby. DJ Chocolate Thunder, DZT, and like the man said, y'all need to start liking more because I'm not appreciating the lack of love. So get on that. But anyways, our drink of the week, the Salty Dog. I haven't tried this one yet, but we're about to try it right now. And it's of course, we got our zombie head. It's just 1 part vodka.
Decanter. I have to use the bathroom now. I'm just joking.
And 2 parts grapefruit juice. And that's it. But I'm about to tell y'all exactly how it tastes, because I don't even know.
It's going to be great. I don't know if I can do a 007 with grapefruit juice. I might be able to. Let me try it. Is it salty? Is it the salty dog?
Actually, it's not. It just tastes like grapefruit juice and vodka.
Well, this should be an interesting night.
Yeah, ain't much really much to say about that one. It's just, I mean, it's all right.
You want a little overboard?
And this is what we call a rabbit drink. That's not water, ladies and gentlemen. That is not water.
Oh.
There will be no water consumption on this show.
Okay, and that's it. I did that one time and I regret it. Because then I started drinking vodka straight and I regret it. And now I'm back to normal. Okay. There we go.
Well, whatever vodka you like, we got a pretty smooth one this time around. About $2-3 bucks more expensive than the cheapest one. It's pretty smooth vodka. I like it, but it's alright tasting drink. I wouldn't drink it all the time, but this is DZT and we are giving everything a chance. We're gonna try a little bit of everything.
It was pretty inexpensive as well. I mean, grapefruit juice, it's like the jug like
$2
that, $2, and then of course your brand of vodka. It doesn't come out more than like that. If you want to go with quality stuff like we did, about $15. And hopefully it'll make a good night. I don't know. After seeing my glass, I might have a good night here in a minute.
He might
I had a long day at work.
Rabbit might be rambling a bit at the very end.
But I hope that's okay. Ooh, that was salty. Okay, I guess we're going to jump into
our poll question.
Poll questions, alright. Alright, this week's poll question was, what weapon would you use in the ZA? And it's one of my favorite questions because that's always the icebreaker I would like to use when I talk about, zombie apocalypse. It's like, what would you pick? And we had let's see, how many choices we had? I had a lot of choices. Okay, first one was a crowbar. The second was a crossbow. Third one was a machete. Fourth one was a baseball bat. Fifth one was a metal pipe. Sixth one was a spork. Just a little comedy there. Seventh was a bow and arrows. The eighth one was guns, and like I wanted people to specify on that one, but nobody really did. And then, of course, the ninth one was any weapon that you would think of that you use. I mean, just throw your comment on there. But there was no comments on either one of those, so those are just totally out the window, even though there was a vote on each. And, well, actually, there was one vote on the other, and somebody mentioned something, and I'm about to get to it here in a minute. But, okay, crowbar, we had 2 votes for it. I didn't vote for it. Did any of you guys?
No, I didn't go for that one. But
I see. Our buddy Cook Monster, the cookie, John Cook. He went with the crowbar, and he said crowbar totally. Swiss Army knife of the ZA. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was about to say something to that effect. Yeah.
Even though I didn't pick it, it is. I mean, you got your bludgeon, you got your piercing, and if you get in a tight jam, you can always break into a building or hoard up somewhere. It's a pretty universal tool. Yeah, I agree. It would be the Swiss Army of zombie apocalypse. What'd you choose, Steve?
Actually, I didn't pick, but I did bring my weapon.
Oh, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. But out of the choices, what would you pick out of the choices?
Yeah, out of the choices, what would you get?
Other weapons, I would pick an axe.
Why would you pick that?
It's my favorite weapon.
Well, I mean,
details.
I need details. I mean, you can't just say I love it.
We need the juice.
You can hack into houses, chop down trees, supply firewood for your group.
Okay, we're not talking about firefighters here. We're talking about the zombie apocalypse, okay?
Yeah, you can bust through a door whenever you escape from zombies.
Okay, that's true. But you leave it wide open for when they come after you.
Still run. I just those damn stairs and chop the stairs down.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I actually chose other in 2 machetes, Cain and Abel. You already know. That's all I got to say about that.
Previous episode 2.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Dark and Death.
Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Wesley Snipes.
Darkness. The darkness of it all.
Because they're super black.
Alright,
Probably cut that part out.
No, we're keeping that one in. Sorry, Wesley. And of course, we all know why you like the machetes. I mean,
yeah,
you've already seen the Snowman skit. If you haven't, check it out. Episode 2.
Sweet.
It's sweet. Nobody voted for the baseball bat, metal pipe. I personally voted for the sport just to be a little comedical. I mean, I would have picked the crowbar because, like I said, I like that, the Swiss Army knife of the zombie apocalypse, but I think I picked the sport just to show that I'm badass. and what better way to kill a zombie than with a spork? If inmates can't do it in prison, I can do it in the zombie apocalypse because they're all mush. You can just right in there. I'm just gonna quit. Bow and arrow. I don't know who voted for the bow and arrow, but I like that. I mean, bow and arrow is pretty good.
If you're good with it.
Yeah, you have to be pretty good at it, and
also it keeps you silent.
Yeah, that's one of the main points why I would go for it is the silence of it all. I should have put a knife on there, like a combat knife, but this isn't Call of Duty. All right, gun, and somebody didn't specify on the gun. I mean, I kind of wanted somebody to, say something.
We need more action, people. More viewer feedback.
And Holmes, there is no such thing as a giant spork unless you make it. That's just a shout out to you right there. And on the other, I'm just going to shout out to Marcus. Your nipples aren't that strong.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, Marcus,
you're dumb.
You have a weird fascination with your nipples, and we don't want to see it on Facebook.
Especially on this side.
Don't bring it to the page, homie.
You always talk about your nipples on Facebook.
Always.
Okay.
Anyways. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. It's our zombie weapon of the week, and I think my man, the Golden Ghost over here, is going to talk a little bit about his weapon that he got, that he personally stole from me because I wanted it in all my fantasies and dreams, but he has it.
Actually, in reality, he just didn't buy it.
That's cute.
He said it's cute.
All right.
Wow. Hold on. Don't chop off my fingers now.
Well, DJ Chocolate Thunder's favorite weapon, the machete.
Yes, sir.
But as you can see, it comes equipped with a saw blade to it.
That's a baby machete.
Yeah, it's a handheld.
It's lightweight. You can get around with it a lot easier. It explains that on the website of the brand. Same brand that they use in The Walking Dead too, in season 2. Yeah, the reason why I bought this is I like machetes too, and 2 weapons in one. You can saw your way out of any predicament.
Kind of like in Hunger Games, like it's kind of a universal. You use it as saw, and like just in case you want to drop a basket of whatever hornets they were.
That's beautiful. You know what I would love to do with this? I would love to torture a zombie with this weapon right here.
But they want to kill it.
Oh, they don't have to.
That's sick.
They don't have to. This is a folks. If you can't see, this is a beautiful fucking weapon, folks. Beautiful.
Okay, I think we need to move on from this segment.
Before
I see a raging hard on producing in the left side. Somebody's pitching a tent. Okay, now we're going to go into our topic tonight, and it is the survival kit for the zombie apocalypse, and what the basics you would use, and like what would you do, what would you bring and stuff, and we would want some feedback on that if you guys want to throw that out there. But we just kind of just did a little browsing, I guess. And
we
typical survival kit.
The point of the show is, man, we just trying to keep y'all alive so we can use y'all in the ZA on our team,
group somewhere
on our squad. You know, we need a bunch of elite killers, heartless.
Hopefully not human killers.
Yeah.
No Dells and no Shanes, please.
Pushing buttons.
A little Dell reference again for our followers.
Buttons.
But you know, I guess the first thing you would want in your survival kit as far as offensive would be, you know, either a rifle or a shotgun. I guess some people would choose, or assault rifle.
Some kind of weapon.
I would choose. I mean, you're gonna always have to have a gun, like no matter what.
True.
Yeah, something that you can use from range.
Yeah, I would personally choose the 22 Lee, and the little hint that's a future weapon coming out for y'all. Future weapon of the week, 22 Lee, coming this month, baby.
Oh yeah.
Get ready for it, baby.
Oh yeah.
One more W2, baby.
W2 time.
one more W2, and all our viewers waiting for them W2s. If you ain't got yours already, I'm right there with you. But yeah, and of course you're gonna need ammo for it. I mean, what kind of gun was y'all? If y'all had a gun that you could only have one in your survival kit, like what would you have?
You go ahead. I got a couple.
It was a rifle, that way I can hit them from a longer range, be safer, and rifle ammo is pretty much out there in bulk.
Yeah.
So you want a 22.
Yeah, because with the 22 that I'm getting, I think it's I forgot how many rounds. I think it was around like 150 rounds for like $15.
They're pretty inexpensive because they're so small.
Yeah, but the thing is, with that, you have to get. I mean, if you're in a zombie apocalypse and your gun jams, and you're going to be screwed, unless you're really quick and you're used to messing with it. But I've done research, and I've heard a more high grain bullet works, like it catches better. Like, because with the low grain, the real cheap ones, I heard like they'll jar off to the side because it's so light.
Yeah.
So you get a higher grain, so it just like evenly goes right up into the
It's kind of like cigars. The more expensive they are, the more tasteful they be. And so I guess for a higher quality, you have to pay for it, and that'd be.
But the thing about it is, and don't think it's expensive. The thing about it is, a higher grain is not, you know, probably only $3 or $4 more expensive than, you know, a lower one with the same amount of bullet.
That's still pretty.
And that's a really good
generally
deal.
Cheaper.
Yeah, that's actually a really good deal. I mean, go out there and try to find 150 rounds of a 45 caliber bullet and see how much you're gonna be paying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about 45 bullets.
Unless you can find it on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
You got a good connect. Yeah, I mean, I would go for a rifle, but I think I would go for more of a small pistol, something more concealable, like maybe like a little 8-round pistol that I can hide, because I know I'm going to be more of a belligerent kind of person. I mean, stealthy stealth is the key, and I would be more rather be more silent than popping off. But if I came around somebody, if I encounter somebody, I wouldn't want to have a big rifle just broadcasting where I am, sticking out my back, or me holding it. I'd just be holding, like a knife or something like that. And if things get out of hand, I could just real quick, just pop it out or something. Kind of like Survival of the Dead. Yeah. Maybe just make a little hand, a hand ejector, and just pop that shit out, and just be like, "What's up, bitch? I got you grounded here."
All right. Yeah. Another thing that we want to talk about in the survival kit, you're gonna have to have a backpack for all supplies. Backpack, small duffel bag. If you get in a big enough group, big duffel bags are pretty good.
Luggage case like in Zombieland. You drag it with the wheels on the bottom.
Drag those. Yeah. Just things like that you can put it in, and
that's mainly if you're in the concrete city, the concrete jungle. The concrete jungle. So, my bad.
Looking for Twinkies.
Yep. And one interesting thing that I found out is a really good idea: red glow sticks, like not flares, but red glow sticks for.
Well, flares would be good to have.
Yeah, flares, things like that for as far as distractions. Because if you see in The Walking Dead, when they went to the high school, they used flares as a distraction.
Lights.
Yeah, just anything with light, and also a flare. If you don't want to waste your batteries, a flare could come in handy in the dark. If you don't want to give off too much light, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're at your camp and you just want some light around, you could.
So you do the red glow sticks rather than the flare. Right?
Yeah. That's what I meant to say, red glow sticks. So
I got you.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. That's why I put it down on there.
I'm waiting for them to make the LED glow sticks, because they're gonna happen. They're gonna be LED glow sticks where you just pop them and they're like vampires beware. But yeah, I would rather have that a lot. And of course, flares are good. You can always use them for multiple things. Also, good thing to have is maybe a U.S. map and a compass, just to have a general direction of where you're going and where you plan on going.
Yes, sir.
A map of every area is a good idea to have.
Be sure to check a gas station anytime you pass them.
Yeah. Just go ahead and rip off a couple of maps and that you need, and that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
And always have a compass, know which way you're going, because you don't want to walk around the woods blind.
Because you're gonna have to be on the move. You're gonna have to be on the move for a majority of your time.
And always remember, moss always grows on the north side of a tree.
Just in case you don't have a compass.
Right.
And then you go, never eat shredded wheat. Sorry, I learned that as a kid. But I love shredded wheat, so.
And of course, with the lighting thing, it goes, you can have flashlights. And actually, I have something I want to ask y'all. I saw on there a good thing to have in your kit would be rope. So what could you see a good thing rope to be used as?
Well, surviving when camping, or not surviving, when you go camping, you want to hang your boot up in the tree so that way you don't attract animals and stuff, right? Yeah. You can use it for that. Someone falls off a cliff or some shit where you can't get to them, you just use it and they can pull them. You pull them up with it, or they can climb up it, something like that.
Yeah, I would say it was more of kind of either setting traps, or like you said, if somebody would fall off a cliff, but it would be more like scaling down a hill just so you don't fall. Because you can't take that many risks in the zombie apocalypse. What if you if you had to go down a steep hill, would you walk around and or if you had a destination to get to, would you try and walk around, or would you try and scale down the hill? But if you're going to do it, just be safe about it. Don't tie it to a tree, kind of scale down and just kind of leave it. Rope can be used for multiple things. You can also pitch a tent with it and all that stuff.
True that. Yeah. And speaking about the tents, I found in tarp, You know, some of the stuff we're gonna mention on here is some of the things that you're not gonna have right off the bat, of course. But you gonna if you stopping by your local grocery store or hardware store, you know, you might want to look at getting some tarp so you can pitch tents to if you're the wilderness type. Unless you're just a total pussy and you're scared to sleep out in the woods in the zombie apocalypse where everybody's trying to eat you.
Well, tarps is a good investment. I mean, you can use them as like a blanket for the ground and as a cover. Also,
That always happens.
Also, it'd be a good cover too if you get like some kind of do some kind of camouflage with it. Maybe like stick it in between trees and like kind of make a little personal quiet fort. I mean, that'd be good for like passerby or people passing by that you don't want, like army or stuff like that, just in case, or maybe zombies be
Also-
camouflage from that too.
Also, if you're having trouble finding water, you can hang it up and catch the dew in the morning, so that way you have some steady water supply. It won't be much,
I didn't even
but
think about that. That's
it would help.
that's
Actually,
pretty
I
clever.
mentioned that in one of our favorite movies, 28 Days Later. That's what they were doing up on the roof.
Right, yeah, I forgot about that because it hadn't rained in so long because of all that crap happening or whatever. Yeah, it's hard. Also, first aid kits, always a necessity. Try and keep a first aid kit. I mean, you never know when you're going to need one. Full-on first aid kit, they're not expensive. They're maybe like $10, and you get like everything. You have we have them at work, and they're little ones that you hang up on the wall in workplaces and
Yeah.
stuff. And it says it has enough supplies for at least like 10 people. And just like, but it's like one set of supplies per person kind of thing. So I mean that's really really handy to have. Just to have. Paint, like you have aspirin, you got ointments, you got your band-aids, you got your gauze, you got everything to keep a wound clean, and you don't want to risk infection and zombie apocalypse, of course.
And
like
also another big thing, a lot of people probably don't think about is the weather in a zombie apocalypse. You need to keep your supplies dry at all times, especially if you're not in a city or anything or holding up in a building. If you're out in the woods, you're going to need to keep your supplies dry. And actually surprised me, we didn't see much weather in Walking Dead at all. They skipped the whole snow thing.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
We didn't see any weather. All we saw was the rain the one time, and it worked against them when it washed all the zombie guts off of
Yeah, that was just once.
Yeah, that's like the only weather we've seen. But in real life, in the zombie apocalypse, weather is going to hit you. You should know your area well enough to where you can properly prepare for it. And if you don't know your area, just be prepared for anything, basically. But a lot of people don't think about keeping your supplies dry, and I think garbage bags, like the real big garbage bags, can be good for that. Because you definitely don't want your medical supplies to get wet, and you don't want your food to get wet now.
Or your
Ammo.
clothes.
Ammo
Yeah.
too.
But also, maybe The Walking Dead started in the springtime, so they've gone through spring all the way to summer now, and they're getting ready to go into the fall season. We'll see about that whenever it happens. Season 3 is coming, or season 4 is coming up.
We're gonna save that for next week.
Yeah.
Like the rest of season 3 is coming up.
No, we ain't talking about what.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
the next week's episode,
Irrelevant.
Oh boy!
The
Get
Walking Dead
ready.
is coming back on. Hallelujah! It's
Yes.
coming back, and it's going to be a full-on
My
episode.
Sundays have purpose again.
We're going to do a full-on episode. Like it'll probably be about an hour long. We're going to go off on Walking Dead,
Oh,
but that's just next week, and we're just going to keep on going.
Yeah.
Okay. Next on supplies, clothes.
Yeah.
Always keep a set of clothes. Like at least I would say at least 3-4 pairs.
Yeah. Well, it says 2 or 3, so yeah, just something.
Just like something you could change, like maybe wear one for a week and then change, wash that one really good.
And
then change
ladies,
again.
in the zombie apocalypse, clothes doesn't mean your prettiest shirt or that one pair of jeans that you bought for $150 that has
apple
3 or
bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
that have 3 or 4 holes in them that you bought with the holes in. Yeah, so it doesn't mean thongs. I mean, you can try to be a hoarder in the apocalypse, but then you just be another Andrea. But anyways.
Oh!
But anyways.
Sorry. That was a good one. That was a good one.
But moving on. As far as food, you want canned food, MREs
As always, canned food.
that you can get at local like Army surplus stores. MREs. Beef jerky lasts a very long time.
Yeah.
Granola lasts a long time. And actually, if you're in the country, and you know, and you know, I know how some people they have people that you know. I don't want to. I don't want to sound stupid and say farm granola, but like they have to feed some of the farm animals granola and stuff like that.
Like grain.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's really good to have if you stop by.
Well, oats, like you could probably try it.
Yeah.
I don't know. how to look
Just
at
things like that
oats.
you wouldn't think of, you know.
Yeah, or get used to your nature life and like actually like.
Have someone who can hunt, or you yourself hunt.
And well, I mean, not only that, I mean, that'd be a major factor in there too. Is just a hunting thing, but like also know your plants, like
Yeah, you
edible
can-
plants.
Basically, you can be like off with Jack Black in the kid. I
Year
forgot.
One?
Year one, you can have your hunters and your gatherers in your group.
Nah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of.
It is. That's what it is.
You kind of want that. I mean, that's how they did it in The Walking Dead, and it worked out pretty well.
I mean,
It did.
but in this case, in real life, you'd want people that can do both
Right.
more.
Right. Also, I want to point out the jerky thing was a very good idea, only for the pure fact that protein will get you going. I mean, that'll keep you going as far as you need, and like that comes in like meats, nuts,
Peanuts.
peanuts, meat, nuts, and I think some fruits have like sugar and a little bit of protein, but they have mostly have like all the other vitamins that you need, like vitamin E, C, and all that stuff. And it's just stuff that you need. Energizing foods. Just mainly keep energizing food. Don't keep junk food. You can keep junk food that'll last you a long time,
Yeah.
but it will slow you down in a way because of all the grease and all that yucky stuff.
And another thing you might want to think about is vitamins. Just keep vitamins. Just keep
Definitely
vitamins
vitamins.
on you, man.
Yeah, any drugstore you pass by, any place where you can find vitamin pills, any sort of pills, always go in there and check.
But not the day after pills, because we all saw how that ended up on Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. She
It was
threw them
just
all.
a
She threw
little
them all.
joke, little joke.
Yeah, she threw
And
them
if
all.
we haven't seen that, watch season 2.
Yeah.
No, we ain't trying to get the niggas money, but
And if you don't know anything about The Walking Dead and you're watching this, get the fuck off here, man. But leave a comment. Okay, and moving on. Water. Water's the main essential. Everybody's gonna want water. I mean, water comes from everywhere, and earth and stuff like that, rain and all that good stuff. But you also need to purify it. And
a lot of people don't know about that.
you were talking about we were talking about earlier purifying.
They actually
tablets.
have tablets that you can purify the water. Like, I don't know exactly how that works, but more, and then like just a lot of people don't know that not all water is drinkable. Of course, to a certain extent, but if you
Well,
drink
I'm
it
not
all
gonna
the
go out there
time,
and drink puddle water.
If it,
Yeah.
looks, if it looks clear, you assume it's safe to drink, but it's not always safe to drink.
yeah,
True,
because
true.
you like
Parasites.
bacteria and everything.
Bacteria, parasites.
You don't know. You don't want to have to worry about your health in the zombie apocalypse. All you have to worry about is keeping yourself alive and
Right.
keeping your group alive.
If you don't know, if you can't find any of those pills, the old-fashioned way of purifying it is just straight up boiling it.
That's it.
What?
If you have access to a stove or a fire.
But yeah,
But,
I was also like what I've heard was the bleach thing, where you take a cap full, or I think it's like a little less than a cap full of bleach for every 3 gallons of water you have, and you pour it in there. That's supposed to purify it too. You're supposed to let it sit for I don't know how long, but that's supposed to purify it too. But personally, if I were to do that, I'd still boil the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Regardless, but I mean, if it was any kind of water, I would still maybe do a little bit of bleach and boil it just to make sure that there was no kind of infection or something, you know.
Definitely.
Because bleach kills 99.9% germs. Just to throw that out there.
And also something that you want to think about having is like a multi-tool, like something that you can kind of, you can cut wire with it, branches, things like that. You can actually use the bark off. Excuse me. You can actually use bark off like new trees, the limbs, and use it as string, like when pitching up tents and things like that.
Yeah.
So you want to have a good something that you can use for more than one thing, kind of like his machete, kind of like the crowbar.
And then like the little like Swiss Army knives,
Yeah.
those are awesome. But they got those ones that are for like I guess
They usually issue them to military and whatnot.
Electrician.
electricians. I couldn't get that out because there's too much grapefruit on my tongue. But yeah, they have like the pliers, and then they got the screwdriver flathead, and then they got all the knives and the can openers. That'd be awesome for it. And what were you saying?
Pretty much the same thing. Military grade just has a little bit more tool usage and whatnot added to it.
Yeah, you gotta have something like that, you know.
Yeah. Also, Matt, you need fire. Wherever you are, you're gonna need fire. Like with the boiling water thing, to cook your food if you have the chance to. I don't know when you
Take a break.
Yeah, I don't know when you'd have the chance for that, but just in case, you know, whatever. And you can. And another thing is, as far as a weapon, you can have Molotov cocktails.
True.
Torches.
That means don't always drink your alcohol.
Say some. Yeah. Yeah.
You can use a rubbing alcohol, can't you?
Oh yeah,
You can,
use
but
But
rubbing
that's also a survival tool too.
But 90 proof and up.
Yeah,
Like what proof burns?
50%, 50 proof and or no, it's 50% alcohol and up is flammable.
But you
So
want the
that-
higher up proofs.
So you're looking
Yeah.
at least, you know, you want at least 90 proof and above. 90 proof and above is the best bet to go.
And they also have waterproof matches. I thought, you know, just to have that with you, that could come along real great. And if you really want to go like caveman with it, you can get flint and steel. And
That
Just make sure it doesn't get
Honestly-
wet.
yeah,
I was thinking flint and steel is a pretty good one. I mean, they also have those little clicker things that they use for you know,
Torches.
For torches, you know, they have that little, it's a little spark. It's like sandpaper and rock, or I mean metal and sandpaper or some shit like that, and it creates a spark in it. You can always use that too. You just gotta find some.
Things-
Gotta do survival man style on there.
Things you have to use sparks with, always keep them in the trash bags. Going back to the trash bags, they keep things dry. So
yeah. And they
keep
also
those.
and you can also use them as like it keeps some of your things separated. Like if you throw everything in a duffel bag, you know, you might not want your ammo. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like pork and beans ammo for breakfast. You might
shells.
just keep your stuff separated to where it doesn't. It's not a inconvenience for
What
you.
we're saying is be organized.
Somewhat, as much as you can. He's OCD, so he can say that. So.
Yeah, I'll have a Ziploc baggie for everything.
All right, then moving on.
Each individual bullet will have its own package.
Our next part of the survival kit is I think it's pretty. It's not as important as the food and the water thing, obviously, but I think once you get down to getting used to being in the ZA and moving around, I think it's something that you can really come in handy. It's all about what you wear. This part is, and the first thing we're going to talk about.
Oh.
The first thing we're going to talk about is Under Armour.
Yeah.
You know, Under Armour is good because no matter what climate you're in, and that's like the great thing about Under Armour is no matter what climate you're in, it can either keep you cool or it can keep you warm. You know, depending on your climate. So, you know, Under Armour is really good if you have the chance to get some, you know what I'm saying?
True, but if you're going out of the poor man's pocket, I mean, you kind of got to make your own, kind of adapt to climatic weather.
Yeah, just
be prepared, more or less. Just be prepared to like always have a jacket or two. A jacket, sweater, and a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
That's how I always did it. It was just like I always load up everything else, you know, kind of light, but I'd never wear shorts, so I always wear pants. So that, I mean, you could always double up.
And in the zombie apocalypse, you know, you're gonna have a good. You're gonna know when the seasons are, so you'll be able to plan for supplies more accordingly to what the environment's doing and things like that.
And if you can't tell what the seasons are, always keep warm or cool clothes with you.
That's what. Yeah, that's always like, you know, that's pretty much what it is. So keep a good set of warm clothes. Good set of cool clothes with you, just in case, and then just always have warm clothes because you can always double up on the warm clothes underneath the cool clothes.
Yep.
Is that just like, are you talking about just armor for the weather, or are you talking about also for the apocalypse itself? Like, are you talking about like?
I think Under Armour is more for weather because you know athletes use Under Armour to keep them cool when they're working out, but they also use it in cold weather to keep them warm under all their pads and everything. So it kind of goes both ways. So you don't have to it's getting hot, so I have to take this Under Armour off. Oh no, it's going to keep me cool because when the wind hits, it has holes in it. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and another thing we had on there was pads. Elbow pads, knee pads, things like that. Multi-purpose. You know, you can hit somebody with them. You can hit zombies with them.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you can hit the zombies with them, and also it's harder for them to bite through it. So, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to try and attack your elbow first.
Well, what I'm saying, like, say if you're in a sticky situation and you have zombies on you and you're trying to fight two at a time and you put your elbow up in one space, and that's what it latches onto.
Right.
You know, you can kind of hold them there because they're going to be trying to bite through what they have the teeth on.
I know. Golden Ghost has got some kind of ingenuity that he would like to throw in here.
Well, it's just more of a thing that you've seen in a movie called Land of the Dead. The mercenaries all have still elbow pads, killer pads, knee pads, and everything with spikes on them.
Well, they weren't really spikes. They were just like really long studs.
Well. Yeah.
Well, except for Pillsbury. Pillsbury did have spikes on his because he's a big Hawaiian motherfucker.
Yeah, you do not want to get elbowed by him.
That's somebody I would like to have on my side. Yeah, that's a very good. I didn't even think about that. That's pretty good. I mean, to the Under Armour thing, that would be a pretty good. That would be an awesome kind of like. Now we're getting into the protective thing.
Yeah.
And like also the protective thing that I would like to point out is, I read it in Max. Was it Max Brooks?
Max Brooks is the main zombie defense guy.
Yeah, he's the author of the strategy
Zombie Survival Guide.
Yes.
And World War Z.
And World War Z, which is coming soon, so check it out. But if you
Should
haven't
be out
read
this
either
year.
one of those, check it out. He said he has it from point A to point B on like which is the best weapon, which is the best strategy to go about things. I mean, it is amazing. And one of the things that he put on there that I thought was interesting was just like Under Armour, kind of like what would be the best armor. And one of the things that caught my eye was wetsuit. I mean, if you go into you go into swim with the sharks, that's kind of a protective wear against shark, like fish bites. So like they have fangs, and I mean that would be awesome against zombies because I mean you can be wearing a wetsuit, and I mean the only thing it doesn't cover is your neck up and your hands, and it covers everything else. And that it might be uncomfortable at times, you might chafe at times, but I mean what are you gonna do? I mean you got to protect yourself. I mean they can't pierce through that, and it just gives you more time to just be like, oh, motherfucker.
If you are chafing, back to the gas station.
Baby powder.
Baby powder!
Yeah,
Baby powder.
That's what I was getting to.
Or actually, not. Oh!
You need to put a pimp slap thing up there when I'm in that. Pimp slap.
Town powder. Okay. But actually, it's the baby powder and the chafing thing, that would be really bad, especially during the summer. And I've been to many of festivals, and baby powder just does not cut it. And if you're out there and you've been to a festival, you know the same thing. The best thing to use is that baby ointment for the diaper rash.
Oil? Is it the oil?
No, it's like a little lotion ointment. It's a butt paste or something. It's called butt paste. Baby butt paste or something like that.
Get some butt paste, folks.
Get butt paste.
Buy butt
But
paste.
it's for diaper rashes and stuff like that. But it's amazing. It coats it. It's way better than baby powder and Neosporin combined. I mean, it doesn't heal anything, but I mean, it really will help like the cover of it.
Yeah, and
especially in the heat.
As far as the elbow pads thing that we're going off, I think another thing that you'd want to have is steel toe boots, preferably hiking boots, because you're going to be walking a lot.
Yeah.
Also,
Preferably comfortable hiking boots because it's offensive. not so much.
Get Dr. Scholl's.
Not so much defensive because I don't know. I think I've only seen one zombie in my experience try to bite somebody's feet on The Walking Dead. That was about it.
It still help out though.
Yeah, but you know you can kick the shit out of somebody. You ever been kicked by steel-toe boots?
Well,
If you a zombie?
here's another thing steel-toed boots will protect against: snakes. Unexpected element.
Now we're getting into an elemental issue now.
Talk about zombies.
Yeah, we're talking about zombies now. We're getting into elemental issues.
Still.
I like the viewpoint of it. I mean, you got to think about your wilderness and everything. But yes, that also goes along the lines of the first aid kit. I mean, you might not kind of need to have some snake poison or some shit like that. But that's only if you're well off into the woods.
Yeah.
You're really kind of off in there. But
Well, with the zombie apocalypse, nature will slowly start to take over. So.
well, let's
not start this. We saw this with Henry's episode. No, I'm shutting it down right now. Anyways, another thing that I thought that I didn't really think about, but I don't really see as many advantages as far as usefulness. But the thing that I was doing some research and it said cargo pants because you can store a lot of things in them, but.
baby, I always wear cargo pants.
But like as far as cargo pants, like
I don't have my tools in the other one.
but as far as cargo pants, but like what? I mean, I could see them being useful, but
Oh shit, I got headphones in there too. My bad.
they're not a necessity. But you might.
They're handy, man.
They're handy.
I've worn cargo pants for the longest time. I mean, they will get snagged on a couple of things, but
True that. That's also another thing of it. Yeah.
as an experienced cargo pants wearer, I've gotten snagged on a lot of things, but they're handy. I work with them. I go to work with them on a lot, and I carry all my tools with me. It's like either one. I'm ready to go. I don't need a tool belt.
Hey, actually, if you had some good cargo pants, you could keep a sport pocket.
A what?
Sport pocket. For your
No, I got one right here. They made one specifically for it. It's supposed to be for like a knife or a screwdriver, but no, that's perfect for a plastic spork. Okay, but yeah, cargo pants, they're good, but I mean, you're not really going to use much of it because you got a backpack. I mean,
Yeah.
that's more of a quick access.
Yeah, that's what I thought about it.
More quick access.
Better you carry more stuff with them.
True, yeah, you can load.
But then, if you have your supplies in your cargo pants, I have them in the big duffel bag in the left pants pocket of the cargo pants. So, everything.
I gotta pull out that bullet.
Keep your smaller objects in your cargo pants, the stuff that doesn't need to go into a backpack, and keep the larger stuff in the backpack.
Like I always have like a little flashlight, pocket knife, just Swiss Army knife, the universal tool. That's always a good thing. I would double up on those just to make sure.
You
make positive.
Go ahead.
You keep your red glow sticks, flares, whatever, inside your cargo pants, so that way you get quick access to them.
Oh, so it'd be kind of like hooked up like a police officer. You just have all that shit right there, just ready to go out, like Army-fied.
And when it comes to cargo pants, try to get the ones that are Velcro instead of buttons.
Yeah.
But what if you're about to... Okay, I got a scenario for you then. If you're hiding in the bushes, say you're hiding in the bushes. You're alone. There's two zombies walking the opposite direction, and you want to sneak kill them. Are you going...
You mean like this?
Sport kill!
For that scenario, I can't argue with you on that. But when it comes down to a scenario where the zombies, let's just say out of view of the camera from us and walking towards us, the button-up ones are going to get in the way.
I'd be strategical about it and throw a rock in the general direction of where they were gonna go, and then rip it at the same time, kind of like when you're in a movie theater. Yeah, where you open up a beer in a movie theater, you're like,
Except you won't be doing that noise.
Okay,
let them rock through the noise.
All right. Moving on, we're gonna talk a little bit. We just got a couple more things. And these last things I want to talk about is more of going in depth about the little defensive thing, like a bandana. If you're going to be a mad, raging, lunatic zombie killer like I am in the apocalypse, you're going to get dirty. A lot of blood spatter. And I ain't Dexter, so I ain't cool with all that. So I think a bandana around the nose and mouth, because let's face it, in all zombie movies, there's always a lot of spatter, and you think like,
wouldn't that
turn you?
Yeah, wouldn't that make you sick?
Yeah, that's a point that our friend, we'll probably have him on as a guest at some point, but our friend has made this view in the past, talking about this. Blood splatter getting inside your eyes or mouth, your nose, something getting inside your bloodstream and turning you slowly. That would suck.
Yeah.
So.
And shout out to Marcus, my homeboy Big Marcus. He actually talked about and this is the guy we talked about with the nipples thing. He's really weird. If you're watching this, Marcus, you know you brother for life. I love you, man, but kind of
your
weird.
nipples are probably this big, and they're not gonna kill anything.
Brad basically wants to see your nipples.
I want to see your nipples, Marcus.
Anyways, like
I want it to flash on here.
Like I'm saying,
Marcus's nipples.
Marcus actually asked me when I was over there the other day. He said, what if you saw a really cute girl that just turned? He said, would you be able to get a zombie STD or something like that? Just don't fuck a zombie. I think we're all smart enough. And
Marcus, you just need to stop, man.
And he's gonna
stop.
He's gonna be a guest on
necrophiliac.
He's gonna be a guest. He's gonna be a guest on the show. So. You know,
oh yes, it's gonna be an all-out bash on you.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
I think so.
But about the bandana, I think that's a really good thing for it. Another good thing as far as the eyes,
sunglasses or goggles.
I'm not gonna walk around with fucking ski goggles on my face all the time. I've had to work like that.
No,
I'm not gonna do that,
man. It's uncomfortable.
I mean,
do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, these are all just suggestions. Well, a lot of them is what you need to have, but for the most part, you know, unless you want to go ahead and die, and then we can find you somewhere and kill you.
Just learn from experience when it comes down to it, and if someone gets infected from the eye, then go ahead and do it. Yeah. Otherwise, just don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to worry about it because I have glasses on anyway.
So. Yeah, true that.
Unless the splatter comes from this side.
Well, it's not going to come from this side.
What if I save your life?
And if you saved my life and then and then it came and caught me, I would be like, you killed me!
What if a zombie's right here where this plant is? I cut it and it slashes.
You killed me!
Now we got that answer.
Oh man.
Another thing, gloves. Gloves are always good. I mean, you need them. You don't want your nicks getting infected, especially when you're covered in blood.
Or cold in the winter.
Yeah. My suggestion is always get those nice more gloves that have the Velcro around them that can just tighten up, but they have the grips on them as well. It's like pretty much just like your hand fits inside of them, and you can move everything, you can grip everything, and that's a really good idea to do.
Yep.
Just to have those on, especially, I mean, if you're going to be working in the woods or going off in the woods, climbing trees and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
You don't want to put no unnecessary wounds on yourself.
Exactly.
As far as
especially if you don't have a first aid kit.
Like you can have a weapon and say you just kill a zombie, but you're goofing off because you're happy about it, and you cut yourself with this weapon. Well, the zombie blood's going to be mixed with your blood now in the wound. So that's another way gloves can come in.
True.
Or just be careful and be aware, your grip on things like that. You got something to say?
Not only that, without a wetsuit or anything to cover yourself, if you get unnecessary wounds, back to the blood splatter from the zombies, it gets inside that wound, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with the gripping thing and with the glove thing, it's just I guess it's more of like he was saying, there's more of nicks and stuff like that. But it also it protects you and stuff like that. But it just I don't know where I'm going with this. I think I'm just had one too many.
All right, and with that,
so we're just gonna cut that off right there. But I'm gonna go. Did you know the reason why our palms are sweaty is because back in our primal stage, they used them to climb, and when they got sweaty, like that, they used that as actual gripping. Food for thought.
But with that, we just wanna thank everybody for viewing us again. We want to get y'all to get on there more often. You need more people to like us. We need more shares, more comments, more likes, more ideas for things to talk about.
Get better.
In other words, refer us to your friends.
That too. I know there's a lot of people out there that's already doing it and telling their friends about it. And we really appreciate it, man. Like y'all see anything you put on there, we're gonna talk about. So just make
just like
just make more of an effort to put it on there. I'm really happy with how it's going, and I like it. But we need more. We always need more. Strive for excellence.
It's our key. That's our
strive for excellence.
And we just want to talk. That's all we want to do.
Yeah, we just want stuff to talk about. We just want to run our mouths and drink our drinks and stink our stink.
I'm the quiet one.
That's awesome. I like that. And Steve said and Golden Ghost said he's the quiet one.
And I'm the quiet one.
So I won't be talking as much as these two.
Yeah. All right. But everybody, thank you for tuning in to DZT. You're going to see me.
But hold on a second. I want to give a shout out right now to the Rice Man. The Rice Man has had his surgery. He is doing awesome. He's okay. Everything's fine. He just has a little bit of, what is that, post-op
the side effects thing.
The side effects thing, he's just very sleep deprived right now. And man, this is out to you, Rice. You'll get over it, man. You'll be alright. Yeah. And you're always in our hearts, man. And just call us if you need us. Yep. We're right here.
You'll be on the show. You'll be sitting right here pretty soon, man.
He's alright, man. Let's do this. Alright. And I guess let's wrapping it up.
Alright, everybody. We'll holler at y'all later. Look for our new poll question coming up. I'm going to do some brainstorming on that. We're going to come up with a real good one.
And it's actually going to come out Tuesday, and this is actually going to come out today. Okay, this is going to be today.
And this zombie question, I'm going to think of a real brain teaser for you folks. So y'all get ready out there. I don't like the lack of effort y'all put in on the last one. So I'm going to make sure that y'all put in good on this one. But like we said, we just want to thank, and we also want to thank our man Golden Ghost for coming on the show. And Rabbit looks like he's bursting to say something.
We're gonna actually add a poll an extra poll this Tuesday. We're gonna do a Walking Dead poll.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna actually do a new Walking Dead poll. It's gonna be the start because the season's about to start over again, and we're actually gonna do this.
Yep.
And just get ready for that one.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting, people.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Watch out for skits. Watch out for poll questions, character polls, new guests coming on, old guests, new guests,
new characters.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Actually, I have something else. Let's throw in question of the week, where let's let everyone who is a fan of the show answer questions that we ask. Like, what's your favorite zombie movie?
That'd be something to look into. Yeah, I would like to do something like that, but maybe not something to that extent. Maybe of more of a comment wise, Just
that's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, just yeah.
Comment on Facebook what your favorite zombie movie is when we ask the question, or whatever question it is. Just answer in the comments with that.
All right, folks.
Do something like that.
Like we said, thank you for tuning in. Check it out, Chiari. ConquerChiari.org. Check it out. Drunk Zombie Talk on Facebook. Drunk Zombie Talk on YouTube.
Bam.
Come on, y'all.
And subscribe, baby.
We need more. But we'll get out of here, y'all, finally with this 5-minute wrap up.
I'm Rabbit as always.
Golden Ghost.
And DJ Chocolate Thunder, baby, coming at you, the plunder.
DZT, check it out.